Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to another Rant review. So this holiday season, we're going to be taking a look at another Nickelodeon original TV movie. This is Santa Hunters. On November 28th, 2014, Nickelodeon released Santa Hunters, a Nickelodeon original TV movie, another in their not-so-successful attempt to compete with the Disney Channel original movies. Santa Hunters follows 4 kids on Christmas Eve trying to prove the existence of Santa Claus. It's hardly the worst thing I've ever reviewed, but it's not that good. So let's take a closer look and see why that is. The movie opens with a narration, apparently from journalist and TV documentary host Bill Curtis. He talks about the great legends and mysteries throughout history, one of the biggest being Santa. We then meet our main character Alex, played by Benjamin Flores Jr. from Game Shakers. He also voiced Gerald in Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, but anyway, he's the leader of the group. The movie presents these first couple of scenes in a mockumentary or fake documentary format. They only do this for parts of the movie though. Alex says that what we're about to watch is their footage from a year before. But like I said, it's not all made to look like a documentary. Also, at the end of the movie, they destroy all the footage, so that makes a little sense. What are we watching? Let's look at the main characters. One major problem with this movie is that the 4 main kids aren't very interesting. The actors are fine. Brianna Yeed as Zoe has a certain charisma to her, but the characters just don't have much, character. Their character traits are pretty basic. Alex is the leader, his younger sister Elizabeth is a girly girl, their cousin Zoe is the science kid. They also have this thing when they first introduce her where she throws up a lot, but they seem to drop that trait pretty quickly. Then there's their cousin Richard, played by Mace Coronel from Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. It sort of feels like they just made him the same character from that show. He's just kind of goofy and silly, he contributes very little to the story. They probably could have just left him out and it wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Coincidence? I think not!
Another major character is their cool Uncle Charlie. He's a nice, fun dude, but he's also irresponsible. When he first arrives at their house, he tells Alex and Elizabeth's mom that he's starting a new phase in his life that he calls Charlie 2.0. All this character, along with his likable personality, make him the best character in the movie. Part of Charlie 2.0 includes him bringing over a snobby new girlfriend named Natasha. To the surprise of no one, she's the villain. She hates kids. At one point, she even puts on a face mask because she's so grossed out by them. Woke Natasha. So once the adults are in bed, the kids go on the hunt for Santa. Not a violent kind of hunt though. At one point early on, we get this scene where Zoe hides in the bathroom shower and accidentally gets trapped there while her grandpa does his business. In addition to being gross and unpleasant, it adds nothing to the story. Her over-the-top reaction to it is a little funny, but not enough to make it a good scene.
Smells. That smells. That smells.
That was a great scene.
Then later, one of their attempts to catch Santa wakes up Charlie and Natasha. Let's talk about Natasha for a moment. She's a character of cliches and stereotypes. She has a heavy accent from a made-up country, she doesn't believe in Santa because she didn't get the exact doll she wanted when she was a kid, nothing about her is funny or interesting. Also, the movie never explains why her and Charlie are together. They have nothing in common, their personalities are totally different, neither have anything to gain from each other like money, she's just there because they need an antagonist. So after a little while, Santa shows up at the house. He proves to be a little difficult to get a hold of. At one point, Alex falls into Santa's bag, which is like a bottomless pit filled with floating gifts. That's a good enough explanation for how he can fit the whole world's gifts into one bag. The visual effects here are decent too. While they're getting him out of the bag, Santa leaves and flies off. Unfortunately, his sleigh suddenly crashes onto the ground. Hopefully he didn't land on anyone's grandma.
Grandma got run over by reindeer!
Natasha wants to come with them to get some footage of the real Santa.
I had to put my face on because of TV. America, everything is reality show.
Yeah, thankfully not as much as it used to be. They find Santa hanging from a tree. Once they get him down, he tells them that the Christmas magic is weakening because people aren't supposed to see Santa like they're doing. Okay, that explains why his sleigh crashed, but that doesn't explain why random people's Christmas decorations are shattering. It's not like Santa made those decorations or something. So Natasha steals Santa's sleigh and Charlie goes after her, but she can't get the sleigh to fly, presumably because she's not Santa. But Charlie and the kids have to get the hard drive with the footage of Santa before she can get to it and sell it. The way that they stop her is through dumb luck. She accidentally runs into a pole and knocks herself unconscious. Her downfall would have been much more satisfying if the main characters were the ones to defeat her in some way. Santa and Charlie then bring Natasha to her bed, so when she wakes up, she'll assume it was all a dream. I assume Charlie will break up with her when she wakes up, but how exactly will he justify that decision to her? The kids are able to get Santa's sleigh working using a pipe that is actually a key that the movie set up earlier. So they help Santa deliver the rest of the presents and everyone has a Merry Christmas in the end. Overall, Santa Hunters is a pretty bad movie. It has some positive characteristics, I'm sure kids will like it okay, but you can find something better for them in my opinion. If you want a movie that does something similar to this, but does it better, I would check out the Disney Channel original movie 'Twas the Night, starring Bryan Cranston. Yes, that Bryan Cranston.
We now return to Bryan Cranston Sneezes.
Thank you.
Although that one I would only show to kids if they're a little older, at least ages 8 up. I don't know. Check out commonsensemedia.org. So that's all I have for you today, everyone. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a happy holiday. See you next year.